Hello, welcome back to Sun Dragon Tips and Tricks. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in downtown Brevard, North Carolina. And today it's just a really quick message to let you know about an online opportunity to work with me. So our autumn make-along is coming up and we are doing stranded colorwork yoke sweaters, not just one. We're not actually doing this one. It's just the only one I had available at my house to show you all. But something that is top down, a sweater that is top down like this with color work in the yoke. I have a short list on my website, and I'm the reason I'm looking down and up is I can't remember all the stuff to talk to y'all about it. I have a short list of opportunities of sweaters that might work if you like them. I tried to make all of them worsted or DK weight, so for people trying sweaters for the first time or colorwork sweaters, it wouldn't be too thin. Some of them have thin options, but the idea of this make-along is you can pick a different pattern if you want. It's just the general topic, colorwork in the yoke. There could be colorwork everywhere. At least have it be a top-down sweater to join in with us on this. And the one difference we're going to do this time is I'm going to have sessions every 2 weeks, in person at the shop on Saturdays, online on Zoom on Sundays for 2 hours. And there'll be a fee because it'll be like a lecture, class, question session, work session. So each one, I've got a lot of videos that you all have access to for free. I have some virtual sit and stitch sessions that are community builders. I might have to limit how much I'm answering questions on those forums because I really would like to have some focused, almost like masterclass sessions on the sweater, on the whole idea of doing a sweater like this. So I've broken it down to 5 topics. The in-person ones that are on Saturdays are $30 a session, or you can get all 5 sessions for the price of 4. It's $120. The Zoom sessions are going to be $25 a session, or you can get all 5 sessions for $100. And that is the one that's going to be on Sunday afternoon. So let me go over the dates and the topics. I have the ability for you to purchase the online sessions on my online shop, and I will email you links. I'm going to follow up with you and say you have been confirmed to do this. The Zoom links will come later once I have them set up. We'll be meeting on Zoom. If you haven't done Zoom before, with what I send you, it should be pretty easy to join, and I can walk you through turning on audio and all those things. Zoom works on computers as long as they're not too old, tablets and phones. And I'm going to be working out things where you can see me. I'm working on the technology right now where you can see me when I'm talking to you like this, and also have my hand set up so I can go back and forth between cameras so you can see different things. So let's go over the topics, and keep in mind, so this video here is mostly to advertise. This is 2023. These are going to be happening in September and October, and it's mostly to advertise the online sessions. If you'd like to do the in-person ones, those are limited to only a few people at the shop, and you need to contact the shop directly. So any of the dates that I'm saying, I'm going to give out the Sunday dates. I'm going to have it in the description below this as well. And if you'd like to do the in-person, they will all be the day before at the shop, and you need to contact the shop to sign up for those. So I'm going to focus for the rest of this video on the online versions, which are open to anyone, anywhere. They're going to be taking place U.S. East Coast time, but they are open to anyone, anywhere who wants to join in. When you pay the fee, then you will get the link. And I'm working out things. Our online shop is set up to only allow access or shipping at checkout to U.S. customers, but I think I have figured out how to get around that. And I will update the description below this if this changes, but I have an option when you're checking out to pick an online class as your shipping method, and that should open it up to everybody. And if that doesn't work, please contact me. My email is Rebecca, REBECCA, I'm going to put it in the description too, at sundragonartandfiber.com, which is sundragonartandfiber.com. That online class selection, if you pick it for anything else because you're hoping we will ship something to you that you purchase from the shop, that's not going to happen. We'll find a way to cancel the sale. Anyway, it's only for the actual virtual classes. The virtual classes is what you should use that shipping option for. So I think this is a really fun way for me to connect to you live rather than through a video, and to have your questions answered and all of those things. And we try to keep our questions to the topics that we're discussing. So let's go over the schedule, all right? The first session, I'm just calling Getting Started. It's going to be on September 3rd for the virtual session. Remember, these are all Sundays, 1 to 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And this is going to be about processing your pattern, like understanding the format, the setup of your pattern. Remember, you don't have to use our patterns. We will do our best from afar to help you analyze a pattern if it's one that we don't have access to. But how to understand the setup of a good pattern, picking a size, so calculating what yarn you'll need. And if you have the yarn, or even if you don't, we're going to talk about gauge swatching and how important that is and how to do a good gauge swatch. And there are a lot of different theories on what makes a good gauge swatch. We'll talk about what mine is. If we get to it, we'll be casting on, but I like to keep my lessons and classes to 2 hours, regardless of topic or location or that thing, because our brains tend to need a break after that much time. So hopefully I'll be giving you enough information that if you don't get to cast on till later, you have a good foundation. So that's Getting Started on September 3rd. The second session is going to be once we've gotten started, or if you haven't cast on, you can do it then, but we're going to talk about working on the yoke, which is this upper section of it. It's really all I have done on my Tecumseh, which is by Caitlin Hunter. But getting into increasing on that section, depending on what increases your pattern has, stranded color work, and different ways to do that kind of stranded color work, locking floats, those kinds of things, how to get through a section that has this on the back. So ways to do it with one hand, with two hands, things like that. I'll show you everything I can in the time allotted and answer questions. So that's going to be our second session. That is going to be on September 17th for the virtual session from 1 to 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time. The third session is going to be on sleeve separation, which I'm almost to on this guy, where you get far enough down that you are breaking off the sleeves. You're putting those stitches on holders, ways to do that. Torso knitting, how to start with the underarm, all of those kinds of things. That is going to be on October 1st from 1 to 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time. The fourth session is on when you're done with your torso, how to get your sleeves back on your stitches that are probably on holders, back onto your needles, setting up to cast on underarm stitches, get that all going. If you'd like to do 2 at a time sleeves, we'll go over some ways to do that to get you all set up for that. Some of these, if I know that you're coming, I will prep with an email with supplies you might need, all that kind of stuff to get you going. The fourth session is going to be October 15th from 1 to 3 p.m. US Eastern Standard Time. We got a pattern going here. And then, and the other thing we'll go over in that one is basic sleeve shaping, how to make a sleeve look straight. You actually don't want to just straight knit down it. So a lot of your patterns might go over some decreases, some things like that. So we'll field some of that. And then the fifth and final session is going to be on all the end stuff. So different ways to bind off, which I know with torso stuff, you might have already gone through, but ways to bind off your sleeves, options for that, sewing your ends in, how to best sew your ends in, closing holes wherever they may be. Oftentimes we get holes in our underarm areas, even despite best intentions. And talking about blocking and what that is and how to do it. It's more concepts of blocking than actually watching me block a sweater or going through it with you, because that involves a lot of water and other things and stuff that might be hard to do right here where I film. But we'll talk about it. I'll take your questions. I'll answer them as best I can. So that one is going to be October 29th from 1 to 3 p.m. It starts with the first Sunday in September and it goes every other week, and it takes us to the last Sunday in October. Again, the rates for that, for the virtual, it's $25 a session. You can reserve all 5 for the price of 4. For $100, you can get all 5 of them. I cannot give you refunds if something comes up and you're unable to attend. And I can't guarantee a reschedule on that. So just know that going in. The other thing I always like to let people know about, and what we're hoping to do with this, is I don't mean to put pressure on you to get to a certain point. Like if you worked on the yoke in session 2 and you're not ready for sleeve separation by the time of session 3, please still come. You can still get the information. We can talk about it. You can be ready for it when it's time for you to do that. If you're at that point, you can do it with us while we're all hanging out for a couple hours. But I think it's still very effective and efficient and a good thing to do to come even if you're not there. I don't like to put pressure on people for how much knitting they're going to be able to get done in 2 weeks. Some people knit faster than others. So come to the session even if you're not ready for it, if you would like that kind of information. I still highly recommend reserving your spot, paying the fee, and coming, even if you haven't reached that point, because you can still get valuable information. If it's possible, I will work on maybe recording them and sending the recordings to those who have signed up. I just have to work out the logistics of that. So all of this will only be if you have paid the fees, though. We're going to try and see how this type of a masterclass can work. I love my videos that I've been able to post online. I find a lot of people have questions, and this is a great way to ask your questions in person. So if you have questions about parts of making a sweater, you may want to come to one of those sessions. So I have posted them in my online shop. I am going to try to get the listings into the calendar on my main website later today with links to my online shop. And I'm hoping I can make this available to everybody, not just US people, not just local people. So think about if you'd like to try that out and see how it goes. Try out this pilot program with me. That's the main reason for my video today. At some point, I would like to be doing videos on ways to connect granny squares. I don't know if today's going to be the day for that, though. There's been a lot going on lately. So it's good to connect with y'all. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel so you can get updates like this about things that we're doing. And you can, ring the bell if you want to get alerts when we have a new video coming out. We also have memberships here and levels that you can support the shop over on Patreon if you'd like to pledge a monthly fee. We haven't worked out how to make those levels equal reductions in class fees. If this class series is successful, we might have an option for that. We just haven't worked that out yet. So I will keep you all updated on that. But let me know what you're interested in. And one of the best ways to do that is by signing up for the classes. So Thank you all for watching, and may your crafting be filled with joy and confidence. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm done filming, baby. Yeah. You joined me a little too late. I'm already all done.